All right, this is a DT4 gearbox. There wasn't too many videos on the internals on YouTube, so I just wanted to create this real quick if anybody. So it does have obviously the two piston cylinder design. Nobody's surprised about that, but just wanted to show you how it kind of integrates there a little bit. It's all that one piece design from the nozzle tappet plate design. The MOSFET seems to be an optical style, and the trigger and this return spring looks to be pretty good, but that bases off the sector gear. Decent shimming out of the box with the bearing style. The quick spring change, these are blocked when it's in the lower receiver, so you can't change these out unless the gearbox is out of that receiver. This is the top design mechanism. It does not interface with the piston. It's not a blowback style. And then this mechanism would, just slide on over top and be screwed in right there. It's just the spring design to reveal the hop-ups. So it's not a blowback. Let's see what else. So this uses the selector switch style, using these little bits, kind of like a SCAR or a Masada, I believe. So that's going to be a pain in the butt to kind of align that, putting back in. So you can see the selector plate kind of style there. But just wanted to show this in case anybody had any questions about the internals. Stock trigger. The stock motor is definitely a high torque, very difficult to pull there. Not sure about the magnets, but seems to be a high torque there. So a couple close-ups. This gearbox has an inherent flaw, which I had not read about until before. I had gotten this used, and this was an old shell with it. There's very little material in here, so you obviously want to make sure you round out these corners. The force of the pistons and the springs and all that weight slamming against there, especially in full auto, is going to likely split this. So there's a lot of material down here, so it's not so much on this bottom side. But you can see in this one that split. It's right on that top. There's just really little material there. Decent reinforced otherwise. I thought about some options of what you could do, possibly getting like an aluminum piece like this and reinforcing that, tap the back sides of it so it kind of goes through maybe on either side. Problem with that is then you lose the functionality of this. So what I opted to do was to put some Sorbo on the inside here. I took off the stock pads, cylinder head pads, and then put the Sorbo, then put the stock cylinder back on so it wouldn't wear down or anything like that. Hopefully that I got some 40D, so it's really cushiony. Hopefully that will take some of that blunt force. I would definitely not recommend playing this in colder temperatures where the gearbox is going to become even more brittle. So just keep that in mind. I had not read stuff about that, but that's something that you really got to factor for. Obviously, if you're HPAing it or something like that, that would not be a factor. But lots of force slamming on here, and that could be a possibility. So, all right, I think that pretty much covers it. Let me know if you have any specific questions. All right, I just want to do this little add-on. If for some reason the stock hop-ups for your DT4 break, or you have issues, it's super hard to find them in stock, any replacement. But I chose to go with an aftermarket Crytek model on mine. These are nice hop-ups because of the rotary and adjustment and arm and stuff. But there are some modifications you're going to have to make in order to get it to fit into the upper receiver slot for that. So just be aware of this. On the sides, right in this area, there's a little bevel that kind of comes out, that flares out along the side right here. So you just trim them down on both sides. You can see where I did it right on here. Also on this top, this profile, you're just going to have to give a little bit of here, not much. Crytek has this little bump right there, but not much there. And last, all the way around the entire unit, there's this little collar. It runs this way, goes around there, you can see it, and around there, all the way over to the side. That prevents it from going all the way in to where where the outer slots are. So if you trim those down, you don't have to do too much modification. Otherwise, it's a really nice aftermarket chamber if that's what you need to do. Again, this is for a DT4 Classic Army double barrel system there.